All right, we are continuing the madness. So I am going to attempt a triple Squardle again. Now I'm doing a couple of things slightly different from last time we did this. I had a suggestion from someone that, because the problem is you just run out of guesses too quickly. Now there's a few ways around that. We could do some different things. But aside from being able to have access to the code of the game, what we're gonna do is you'll notice right over there to my right, I've got tokens 0. So as suggested by someone, what we're going to do is anytime I earn a bonus guess, if we finish a word all green, the tokens will go up by 1, and a token allows me to, I can spend a token to do one letter different on a guess. So for example, I could do store on one puzzle and stare on a different puzzle. And one letter is different, and that would use up a token. So that's what we're gonna try to do. I'm also doing this today because I heard from someone that today's Daily Squardle was interesting, and so the one on the left up there is today's Daily Squardle. So if you haven't done the daily one, that one's gonna be the daily, so fair warning, spoilers ahead. The middle one and the right one are free play Squardles, so there you go. That's if you're not familiar with Squardle, check out link in the description. I've got another video where I kind of talked about it more, but basically it's Wordle and a grid, and you'll figure out the rest as we go along. So, I do have it set up so that the left grid here is with its keyboard. The middle one is the top keyboard right up there, and then the far right one is the lower keyboard on the right there. So, there we go, so we're just gonna get into it. So what do we wanna start with? I think, store and or stare isn't a bad start. I've done that a few times. I think let's go with, which one? Store, let's do store. I feel like there's more words that start with O than A, but I don't know that that's true, so. Let's just do store. Oh. No S, T, or R? Come on. Oh. Oh, wow. All right, well, I mean, the good thing, oh, we got a green. We got a green, all right. We've got something, okay. The good thing is there's no T in any of the grids, so now we don't have to worry about guessing a T that's a waste somewhere else. But no S, R, or T, I mean, wow. So now we're on our second guess. There is an O in 3 of the 6. So it'd be good to guess something with an O. I mean, we could do, obviously there's no O in the middle grid. We could do an O here. The downside to that is on the left grid, we know the O isn't 3rd. So there's no chance that this is gonna be green. Like, it's not gonna be green in the column anyways, but in the row, we know it's 2nd, 4th, or 5th. Don't know much else at this point. The last, what are the odds there's an E at the end? There is an E in this last row, an E in this last row, an E in the last column. There could be an E in this row, we don't know. So we could do something that ends in an E. So maybe like an O 2nd and an E at the end, something like that. And then probably just some new letters otherwise. We don't really have much information at this point. Although, if we do the O and the E, then we're not checking any new vowels. But at the same time, sometimes I feel like finding the consonants is more helpful, I think, sometimes, because you kind of know you're gonna stick vowels in there, and there's, I don't know, if you figure out the consonants, I feel like sometimes that helps you find the word easier. It just kind of depends. It doesn't always work out that way. We could just do 5 new letters as well. Let's do this. Let's do, oh, I was gonna do coach, but we don't want to do a double C. We could do poach. Poach isn't too bad, so we get the O in there still. But we also check for an A. 3 new consonants, P, C, and H. Could do cough, look for a U instead of an A, but I feel like A is more helpful. And this also, although it would be good to start with an A because we know there's no O or E in the first row and column in the middle. There's no O in the first row and column on the right. There is an E up here, but we're gonna need another vowel on the column too. And there's no O or E, and there is an E in the first column, but otherwise, so we need vowels in the first row and column is what I'm saying. So it would be good to do like the A at the beginning instead of in the middle. You know, something like allow, but I obviously don't want to do the double L. Aglow, is aglow a word? That might not be terrible. I think that's a word. Let's try it. Okay, it is. There's no G, there's no W, and we didn't find the O. But there is an A in this first column. Okay, so that's good. There's also A's in the row and column there. Okay, so let's do a glow here. Wow, what is going on? Oh, we already knew there was no O, okay. Okay, we already knew there was no O, but there's no G in either. So now I'm kind of hoping there's not a G, or if there is a G, that I get a green and that's the only G. Oh, look at that! No! No way! Okay, for those of you who maybe are less familiar with Squardle and are thinking that I cheated and looked up the answer for that, that is a free play Squardle. There's no possible way, that I know of anyways, to look at the answers for those ahead of time. Okay, well, I mean, that's the kind of luck we need to solve a triple Squardle like this. So, we need to update our tokens. We have a token, look at that, because we got a bonus guess, okay. The tokens thing, by the way, is not built into the game at all. In fact, doing more than one puzzle at a time is not built into the game at all. I'm just sort of opening up a bunch of windows and making it happen, and that's just me adding that in my screen capture window here. So what I'm saying is there's a good chance that I'll forget to update that, and it might not be right by the end, but you know, whatever. We're just gonna go with it. So I mean, that I don't even know. I don't know what to say about that. Okay, so there's definitely A's in the middles, because we've got A in this column, A in this column, A in this column, there's one in this row. That was huge. Huge. Okay. I was just hoping for a green G. Okay, so anyways, we're on to the last row and column. Let's focus here. Wow. So we have an A, L, and O in this row, but not in those spots. Now, there's a decent chance this could be an A. We do have the red and the orange there. You know, it's hard to say. This one could have an A at the beginning, potentially up there, because there's the two A's pointing. Doesn't have to, but it could. Man, we really just don't know much about the last row and column on either of the left or the middle puzzle. And over here, I mean, other than the greens we have, obviously, we really don't know anything either. Interesting, in this middle column, there is an O second or fifth. Now, O at the end feels less likely. It's certainly possible. It feels more likely that you're gonna do something like this. Yeah, I don't know. So we could do something with an O there. What do we know? We know, I mean, well, this middle row over here also has an O second or fifth. So again, it feels more likely to be there. An OA isn't too bad. But we could guess something with an O at the end potentially right now, which would give us the location of those O's. And if there happens to be an O at the end, that would be good. And it would also check for O's in those last rows and columns. Now, unfortunately, the middle grid doesn't have any O's, so maybe O isn't the best. Maybe it'd be better to do some other like U and I, and maybe Y. Oh, Y at the end is always good here. So let's do something with a Y. You know, something like fishy, but we've already done S, and there's no S in this first grid. Let's see. I don't really want to do something with a repeated letter at this point either, though. Now we could do I third, which would let us also check for I's in the middle row and column. But that would be good in the middle one here. I was gonna say, but we already have an O and an A here, and an O and an A over there, and but it would be good to check for I's in the middle. So we could do the I third, which would check the last row and column and the middle row and column for I's, which is nice. You know, we could do something like daily isn't too bad. So the D and the Y and the I are, oh, hold on, I gotta spell it right. Daily isn't too bad. The D, the I, and the Y are all new letters. There is an L in all three of these grids, and I don't think we know anything that says that the L couldn't be in those positions. So they're at least possible. And the Y is always good to check at the end. I think that's pretty good. Let's do daily. LY, there we go. It's always a good chance of a Y in the bottom right corner. Ooh, A and L. Oh, no I. There's no O or I in this middle one. What is going on? Well, I mean, that means there's going to be a lot of A's and E's. There's probably a U somewhere, but no Y. No Y, no I, no O. There's not very many vowels in that one. Okay, let's do daily over here. Oh, we got to spell it right. Whew. Hey, and a Y. Okay, there we go. It's looking good. And the D. Okay, the D was good. The D was good. There's no D in the other puzzles, so I'm hoping that that is the only D on the right because I don't want to guess any more D's if I don't need to. Okay, so I mean, this is going really good over here. Look at this. This is gonna be what, like Downy maybe? Downy is possible. I feel like D-O-W. It's almost got to be an O, doesn't it? It's not an A, and I think Downy is good. I really like Downy there. Okay. So, we're back to the first row and column. What else do we know? What did we get here? We've got an E and an A. We've got an E. So I think there's a good chance for an E here after the L because it's not a Y, and we do have the red and the yellow E's. There's an A. Oh, it could be first or third. I mean, it could be last also, but first or third. We've got the red and the orange. Something like that would work. A-L-E. I like that. Okay, let's look at this for a second. There's an R in this middle grid. It's not in the first row or the first column. It's also not this fourth letter in the middle row or column. And it's also not the fourth letter in this last, so it's gotta be somewhere in, yeah, because it's not LR, so it's gotta be, you know, this one, this one, this one, or that one. Or down here, could be down there, yeah, okay. But it's fairly limited where the R can go. That's the point. Now, over here we have a red R. Yeah, it could be, oh, but it can't be first, so this is an R. This is a guaranteed R right there. So that's awesome. Got the O and the A. And the A, yeah, so the O has to be second or fifth down here in this column. And the A has to be second or fourth because we got the white A here now. Oh, but look, there's an A. Yo, no, this is an A right here. This is the A. Because now that we know this is the R, well, plus it's probably not gonna be AA, but this is an A, which means the O is at the end. So it's something like this. So that's, this could be like ebony. Ooh. If I can spell correctly, this could be ebony. We got ivory somewhere else, ebony and ivory. Do ivory over here maybe? What's this gonna be? Right here, this L. I can't be OO. Salvo? Salvo. There is an S up there. Ooh, that's a tricky word. Salvo is a tricky one. We do have that yellow S up here though. So now I'm thinking SED would be good. That seems pretty good. This could be a lot of things through here. Yeah, I mean something like brave. That would be nice with the V in two spots. Brave and ooh, but this has got to be a vowel, I think. It's not an O or an A. It could be another E. It can't be an I. It could be a U. I don't know. There's lots of things probably. Could be like fused and frame. That would work. Okay, so maybe something with a U isn't bad. Something with a U, we haven't done a U yet on any of the grids. So something with a U there. We haven't done an F yet either. We could do something like fused, but I don't want to do fused because we know there's no S in most of the spots. But I like the F and the U. No comments. Let's see, what would be good? Ooh, I was gonna say futon would be really good, but there's no T on any of the 3 grids. So we could do fumed. That's not terrible. Because we haven't done an M yet, and that would check, you know, for the whatever, if there is an M in the grid, it's gonna check the first and middle row and column on both of these. I don't think there's an M in the middle over here, but I do think it could be frame, so it would kind of let us check for the M. Although if we get the F there, then I think it almost has to be an M. I don't really want to do a D at the end though, because we know that's not a D. I mean, we know it's not a D on any of these spots other than the one where it's already a D. What about over here? We've got the LY. There's no A, there's no I, there's no E. It's gotta be an O or a U. We could do something like, ooh, like, not Dolly, Molly? It's certainly possible. We do have the yellow L over here. So maybe, what about fumes? Fumes isn't terrible. So we know that's not gonna be an S, right? But it will check for S's in the last row and column, because we don't know what that last letter is right now anyways, so whatever we guess, we're just hoping for the best. And this M will let us check for the possibility of Molly here, so I don't think that's terrible. Let's go with fumes. Okay, a couple greens. I'll take that. So no F, no M, so it's not Molly. This one, fumes. Okay, well we did find that there's an S over here, so that was worthwhile, I guess. And there's a U, an A, and an M in this row. What about a it can't be a muse. Oh, I don't know. Okay, let's do, what were we doing? Fumes. Okay, so it is the U and the E. Very nice. There is the, let's see. It's not the F, so it's not frame. It's not frame. And it's not, oh, and this has to be an S. This is an S. Oop. That's an S. So what would this be? It's not fused. It's not mused, because there's no M. Ooh, bust. Bust, and then this could be brave or break. Or brace. It could be a C, a K, or a V there. Okay. Okay, we've got the A, the U, and the M here. The A can't be second or third. I'm thinking A at the beginning, but we don't really know. I mean, this red A could also be pointing an A down here because we have the yellow and the red. I mean, there's lots of possibilities. There's no O or I or Y, so it's gotta be A's and U's. And E's, and E's. I don't know. I don't know there. Okay, over here, that's not an L. Oh no, this could be an L. We don't know yet, we don't know. There's no M though, so it's not Molly. It's not Molly, we know that much. Otherwise, so there's an A in this call. Okay, so, ooh, it can't be first, it could be second or last. There is an A in one of these two, but this could be the A with the red there. In which case you'd have to have an A right here. If this isn't an A in the middle, then there's an A in both of those. No, not necessarily. No. There's an A in one of these two, third or fourth. So, I mean, we could do something like vocal or local even, with another L. If we had the A's there. Now this is interesting. E what? It's not ED. I mean, it could be EY, but it feels like this word probably isn't going to start and end in a Y. There's a lot of black letters over here already. In both the left and the middle, we've got a lot of them. That's unfortunate. But, I mean, it doesn't leave us a lot of possibilities left. So I guess that's good, but... So what do we know? What do we know? We know there's an O at the end of the middle column on the right grid. We know that much. Have we checked O's in the last row and column at all? I don't think we have. No, we haven't. So we could do something that ends in an O right now. I think we talked about doing that last time. Which would get us a green here. It would also let us kind of check for if this is an O, and maybe an O here, and you know, down here what's going on, we don't know. We think this could be an O, and so, oh, but that's not gonna help. Yeah. Well, anyways. No, it would, because there's an O either second or fifth in this row, so it would also help us check for that O. So I like ending in an O. Man, I mean, we could try to get another bonus guess on the right here, since we have a good idea of what the word is there. But I don't know. I mean, we do have 2 puzzles that have an A in the second spot here. So the A there isn't bad. So it's A second, O last. I like those. What about, is Largo a word? Oh, but we don't have a G in 2 of the grids. We could do banjo, like my dog. J is not a great letter though. I don't think you can do bonko, which is Spanish for bank, but if we can, that would be good. Check for the C. We haven't done N or C or B yet. So I like that. Let's see if that's an acceptable word. Oh, it is. Good. Oh, and that's an N. Oh, I wasn't even, oh. I didn't even think that was an N. Okay. So this is not an O. So this is now a guaranteed O, which makes this a guaranteed A. Yes. So, and L, oh, so the L, I think this is gonna be an L for sure. I guess we don't know that for sure. I'll keep it as a, but I think so. So this could be a lot of things though here, unfortunately. Okay, so we gotta do the word on the other ones. Bonko. We got, oh, did I know that was a B? No, I didn't know that was a B. Okay, we're getting lucky ones here. Now this is where we thought there was a B over here. So this is gonna help us confirm that that is a B, hopefully. Yep, okay, so it is a B. We got the A and the O, very nice. Okay, so this is a B, guaranteed. So those are all for sure. Oh, let's get rid of that B, there we go. Now this could still be brave or break. Or no, it can't be brace, because there's no C now. Okay, so do we have, oh, there's no C on 2 of the grids. This is a nightmare. All of these black letters, so the C. Okay, so, well, there's a C in at least one of these 2 spots, top and bottom here, which is interesting. It could be CY. It's certainly possible. I'm not sure what it would be though. Can't be like fancy. There's no F, we can't do an A there. So we can't do, we have to have an E. We have to have an E, I was thinking maybe EY. Oh, but this can't be E. The E can't be 4th. Because of the white one up here. So the E is 2nd or 3rd. And this up in the middle here could be like zonal. It can't be tonal. So actually, maybe it can't be too many things. It could be a Z. I mean, ZE is certainly, AZE is certainly possible. Oh, this is an A. This is a guaranteed A. We've got the orange and the yellow there now. And this is a guaranteed O, because we've got the orange one and there's the white O at the top. So this is O, I think that... that doesn't have to be an L. What if it was, yeah, it does. There's no G. I was gonna say you could do like godly, but no, I think it's gotta be an L, and I think this might have to be a Z over here. But then what's gonna be the, oh, but what? This can't be an R or a D or an S. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck there. We do have an A down here somewhere. The red and the orange, it could be in either of these spots though. We do have a yellow A there. There's an I in here somewhere. Well, we're on to the last row and column. 2 of them have O's. Oh, and this is, I mean, almost a for sure O now, because we do have the orange O. It could be W-O-Y, but I think Downey's good. I like Downey there. Wait, what have we done with N? Oh, just in the middle there, okay. Yeah, we do have a white N in that grid. So I like Downey there. So we have 2 words that have an O second, so we could do an O. So we need to prioritize the second and fourth letters is usually the strategy for these. We could do the N. I don't know. There is an N in all 3 grids, so that's not terrible. Do the O and the N. Potentially the L in the 3rd spot. Ooh, over here, we've got an L in this bottom row and it can't be 3rd or 4th. So there's an L, an E, and an A in this last word. What if the L was there? E, A, something like this, like leery. No, there can't be an R. Leaky? I mean, that's possible. Ooh, N is in 2 spots here. So yeah, let's do the N 4th right now. The O 2nd. The 3rd one, we could do the A. O-A-N, that could work. Something O-A-N. We could even do L-O-A-N. This, I mean, I'm thinking E here. There is an S in this last column, but it can't be there. Otherwise I could do loans. I mean, we've already got the last letter on 2 of the grids. This one, we don't know what it is. It'd be nice to try the E there, but I don't think loan with an E is a word, but we could try it. We could try that. No, it's not a word. So, do we do something O-A-N-E and not do the L? Yeah, I don't know what else would be O-A-N-E, so I think I'm just gonna do loans. The S is a wasted letter, but... Oh! Okay, wait, did I know? Oh, yeah. I knew there was an L. Okay. Well, I thought there was an L there. Yes, okay. So, I can never remember. By the time I'm guessing it, I can't remember which one I had guessed where. So, good. That confirmed that was an L. That's what we were thinking. So, I'm still thinking leaky there. I think, do we know? We still don't know for sure. Oh, yeah, this is a for sure E now. Because it can't be here because of the white E up there. So, that is an E. Guaranteed. So, it's not leafy. I think it's got to be leaky, given the letters we have left. Okay, so we're doing loans. Okay, is that what we were expecting there? Yeah, I don't think we knew at all what to expect. This middle one, I just don't know anything there. Let's do loans over here. Okay, good. Now that got us a bonus guess, so we need to add to our tokens. Now, unfortunately, it was on the same one that we already had a bonus guess. So we're sitting really good on the right here. So we need to focus more on the left and the middle. Man, I don't know. I don't know hardly anything on this middle grid. Oh, this is an A. This is an A now, because we have orange, 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 and then the reds, and the white. There's definitely not an A in the middle row. So that is an A. We also know, so there's either an A at the beginning or the end down here. So this might not be an E. Maybe this is an A. But, so this could be an A, but we do have an A there. So this red isn't necessarily pointing down. I mean, LA isn't too bad for the end of a word. I feel like all we've got is whites and blacks. It's crazy. So, okay, we do have an N and an E in this bottom row. The N can't be third, so the N is first or second. The E can be just about anywhere. It could be like N, E, I don't know. I'm not thinking of anything that fits that pattern. What if the N, oh, the N can't be there. Oop. If this was the N and this was the E. Ooh, what if we put the A here, and the N and the E, and we do something like ankle. We can't do angle. Yeah, because the N can't be there. So yeah, ankle would work. Unfortunately, ankle works. What would this be then? Not bleak, there's no L. Something E, break would work. Break your ankles. Break. I do have an M up here and a U. Ooh, and an L. An A, U, L. Oh, we've got all the letters up here. Album. It's album. Album. Okay. Okay, now we're sitting a little bit better up here. We've got album. And then, what's this gonna be? M-A, we need to have an S. I think it's gotta be a double S then. Masse, that's a shot in billiards. Masse with a double S, that would work. So we're getting more figured out here in the middle. Well, potentially. Oh, this over here. I just thought that Z, this could be Hazel. Hazel, and then, no, it can't be human. What would this be? H-U. This could be Polly. Polly? It's not Dolly, it's not Folly, it's not, oh, it could also be Holly. Hunch. Could this be an N? This could be an N. Yeah, and then we've got the C. Yep. Because of the red C here, I think that's a C, because it's not gonna be C down here. So this is a C. So hunch works really well there, and Holly. And this would be, ninja. Oh, I should have done banjo. Oh, I was thinking about doing banjo, and that would have gotten us that J. Well, this is definitely an interesting one with a Z and ninja and a leaky with a K, assuming those are all correct. I don't actually know that yet. Now, the good thing is we've got leaky, we've got ankles, we've got places where we want to guess Ks, which will help us determine if there's a K in the right grid, and it'll help us see if it's break or versus brave, I think. Braze is also possible with a Z, I think. I think that's a word too. So, I don't know what's going on at the first here, but we can work with what we've got here so far. And so for the second letter, we want to do A, L, or R. The fourth letter, C or U. We don't want to guess something for the right grid at this point because we don't know what it is, and we've got more guesses, bonus guesses over there. I would do like bunch, get the B here and the NCH, but we've already got the U there. Banch, I don't think is a word. Or Hanch. If Hanch was a word, that would be great because we could get the HNCH and get a bonus guess on the left here. But I don't think that's a word. And I do think Hazel and Zonal over here, but we want to focus on the second and fourth letters. We could get the Z another time later. We do have our 2 tokens to use too, if we want to at some point. But for right now, I think I'm just gonna save those. Unless there's a good opportunity to do something different. Did I try Hanch as a word? Oh, Hanch is a word. Okay, there we go. We got a bonus guess. Awesome, so we're gonna add to our tokens number here. We're up to 3. Okay, good. And so that got us the A there and the HNC. That is awesome. Now we gotta do that on all of these. Let's hope for something else. No. Okay, well, it just further confirmed, where the A is, I guess, in that first column. Ooh, there is an H in here, so that's good. And we've ruled out 2 spots for that H. So we have an H, an A, and an L in this first column here. And the H is in the middle somewhere. Okay, let's put the word in on the right here. Okay, and as expected, that didn't get us anything. Was I hoping for anything over there? No, I wasn't expecting anything over there. Okay, but we didn't get any surprises at least, so that's good. Okay, so we've got H in the middle somewhere. There's an L. Do we know anything about O's? Could it be aloha? Oh, there's no O. No O. There's no O in that grid. So it can't be aloha, but there's an L and an H. And I think, I like A at the end here for ankle, potentially. But I think A at the beginning and the end, and there's an L and an H. Alpha. Alpha, it's almost like aloha, but with a P. Alpha. Alpha is really good there, and we haven't done anything with a P yet. This would be, you know, something like press, maybe. It's possible. That could work. Okay, so we're in the middle here. We want to focus on the second and fourth letters. We have R and A. We have V here. We have O and A, and I and J. So we want to do the A fourth for sure. This can't be an A. I was gonna say this could be like please or something, but there's no L or A. So I think press is pretty good there. I like that. So that would be R in 2 spots. So we could do the R and the A. The only middle letter we need is the E. So we can do the R-E-A. If we do the K, then we would get a bonus guess in the middle, and it would help us check for the K for break on the right. It'd be interesting if we had break E-A-K in the middle and break A-K-E on the right. It'd be fun to use those homophones. Speaking of which, shameless plug, if you haven't seen my latest video on my other channel, I'll leave a link in the description to that where I talk about homophones. That was not planned because these are random grids. And we don't even know if this is break yet over here, but we could do the R-E-A-K. Now we don't need to do the B. We need to do an S, a P, or a Z. Is P-R-E-A-K a word? That could be a word. Let's try that. It's not a word. Z-R-E-A-K and S-R-E-A-K, I'm almost positive are not words, but I will try them quick. Okay. So, at this point, whatever we put for our first letter is sort of a wasted guess. Now, one thing we could do is we could think about what possibilities are there. There's freak, but we don't have an F. Creek, but we don't have a C. I was just wondering, is there a way to check for possible letters here? If we hadn't already guessed the C, creek would be really good to check for brace. But I think it has to be brave or break, maybe braze. I'm not sure if that's a word actually. So it doesn't really matter what we do. There's not really a letter that we think is in that first row and column that we want to check. So I guess we'll just do break. Let's just go for that. That is what we want to do, right? Yeah. Okay, which gets us a bonus guess in the middle. We add to our tokens. Oop, we're up to 4. We got to guess it on the others. Break. We got the A, just like we were expecting there. We're not going to get anything here, and that's okay. But again, the B pointing up there, which we already knew about. But look, no K. So I think this is probably brave. Braze is possible, I think, but I'm not for sure that's a word. So I'm thinking brave. So we've got 3, 3, and 4 left for bonus guesses. All right. I gotta keep an eye on the time because I have to go pick up my son from school at some point. So I'm not gonna forget about him. Don't worry. Last time when I was doing a live stream and I had to go pick him up, people were concerned I was gonna forget. I've got plenty of time. I just gotta keep an eye on it. So we're on the last row and column. This is going pretty well, actually, I feel like. Especially since we've got 4 tokens built up now. So the one on the left here, I mean, and the one at the left and the right, we're doing really good. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters left there, and 7 letters left over here. Oh, this isn't ebony. Oh, I didn't even notice the N. I thought that was a given. It was gonna be an N. Oh, so what's this then? Can't be emery, ebony. Oh, it could be epoxy. Oh man. What is with these grids? V's and X's and Z's? We haven't done a P yet. We keep saying we haven't done a P yet. We need to guess a P. That'll help. Yeah, I think it almost has to be epoxy. I can't think of anything else that works there. Okay, well, first letters, we've got the L, the H, the D, and the E already. So we need an M or an A. But we want to focus on the second and fourth. Second and fourth. So EK, N, S, PX. None of them have any duplicates, unfortunately. So really just anything we can come up with here will work. Oh, we did confirm this is a K, by the way, which we already knew it was a K, but that yellow K made that a definite K. So, the only third letters that we need are the S and the L. Is there a word that's ELK? What about milky? Is that a thing? We'd get the M here and the E and the K and the L. We would get, if we do the ELK, we're gonna get 2 bonus guesses on the left here. And that M would be helpful there. I don't know if that's a word. It'd be nice to do the E at the end down here, but this would get us 2 bonus guesses and, let's try it. Let's see if that's a word. Ah, it's not a word. Okay, that figures. Okay, so if we wanna do the M, then I think we need to do the E. You're not gonna do MN or MP. Now, if we do the A, then we could do the N or the P. We could do anise or anise or however you pronounce it, A-N-I-S-E, which would get the A-N here and the S-E. It would get us a bonus guess in the middle. I'll also fill in this S, but that's not gonna help us on any of the other grids. We could do melee, which would get us the M, the E, the L, and the E at the end there. So it's just the 4th position that we're missing out on that one. But we do have K, S, and X left. So we've got a lot of letters in that spot. All right, let's just do melee. It's not perfect, but it'll get us a few things. And I think it'll get us a bonus guess on the left. And by getting this last letter, but the last letter really isn't that important because we've already got the last letter on 2 of the grids. So the E is probably less important. All right, here's what we're doing. Final answer, messy. It's gonna let us do the M, the SS. It'll get the E over here. We're not gonna get any bonus guesses on this guess, but we'll have the MESS. So then when we get the E, it'll give us a bonus guess there. Is that what I'm gonna do? I can't decide. I thought that was the final answer, but yeah, let's just do it. Okay, we're doing it. Messy. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. There we go. So we're getting there. We're running out of bonus guesses, but remember we've got our 4 tokens. So, and if we use a token to help us get more bonus guesses, it'll kind of refresh those tokens too. Now, this one, I'm thinking AL is good because we get AL in 2 spots. Now, if we can do the U, we would get a bonus guess in the middle here. All we need for a bonus guess on the left is the Z. I don't think there's probably an ALZ anything. Unfortunately. The problem is, okay, here's the problem. On our next guess, if we don't get a bonus guess on the left this time, on our next guess, we're gonna have to get a bonus guess. We'll be down to 1. And to get a bonus guess on our next guess on the left, we're gonna have to do either ZOL. If we get the Z here, then we'd have to do O and L, or I and J. But we don't have too much in the middle that we need to get on these other grids, so I don't know how we're gonna use the Z is the problem. You know, we could do something like pizza and we'd get the Z and the A here, but you know, we could do alpha. We could do alpha right now, which would leave us at 2 in the middle. It would take us to 1 on the left and 2 on the right. So we'd be at 1, 2, 2. Then we could do zonal, which would make us at 1, 1, 1. We'd be at 1 on all 3, and then we would be forced to get a bonus guess on every grid at that point. If we did alpha and then zonal, we'd be on the last. No, because zonal will actually get us 3 bonus guesses on the left, because we'll complete zonal and Hazel and Holly. Ooh, so then we'd be sitting good on the left. This one we would be at 1. This one would be at 1. So we'd have to be able to get a bonus guess on the middle and the right, which would really only require getting the E, because we'd get Masse if we got the E. So if we can do the P, the X, and the E all at once, then we could get a bonus guess on both of those and stay alive. But I think epoxy is the only word that's gonna have the P and the X there. So what we have to come up with is a way to use a token to change a letter, or maybe 2 letters, because we'd have to do epoxy in order to get the P and the X here. So we'd have to then change, like, the X and the Y to something E. DE maybe? Epode? Is that a word? I think epode is a poetry thing. So we could use 2 tokens then to do the E for Masse and the P and the X for epoxy, which would get us a bonus guess on both of those. And then we would be back to the beginning, the first row and column, and we'd already have alpha. We'd already have the L, so we would just need the U to get a bonus guess in the middle. You know, if we do alpha, all we have left is the U, S, N, and E. So then if we do epoxy, I think it might be doable. And if we've done zonal, and we've got a couple of bonus guesses, I think it might work. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know how else to make it work, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do alpha, which is gonna get us a bonus guess here. Good, that's just what I was expecting. So we add to our tokens. We gotta do alpha on the other ones, which is gonna take us down to 1, take us down to 2. Okay, good, that's what we were expecting. So this is zonal. So we're gonna guess zonal next, which is gonna get us 3 bonus guesses on the left here. I hope, it should. We do know there's an L in this row. It's either first or last. I think it's gotta be, yeah, okay. So that's gonna get us a bonus guess there. It's gonna take us down to 1 in the middle and 1 on the right, but then we're gonna use our tokens to guess the E and the PX to get bonuses on those. Okay, so we're gonna do zonal. Good, bonus, triple bonus guess. All right, let's add those to our tokens before we forget. We're up to 8, so we could do a lot of crazy things now. Zonal, okay, we already had that A, right? Didn't we? Yeah. I think so. I think we already had that A. Yeah, we did. Okay. Zonal. It's almost like having 3 grids is a lot to keep in your mind or something. I don't know. It's also been over an hour already. I don't know how long this video is gonna end up being. I'm gonna edit it down some, but it's been almost an hour and 10 minutes so far. So, we're sitting good on the left now. So, if we could figure out a way to do the K, epoch isn't a word, is it? If epoch is a word, we could get the K on the left and the E here, and then use 2 tokens to change it to epoxy on the right. That would be huge. Let's try that. Is that a word? Nah, it's not. Okay, that's what I thought. Now we could use 3 tokens. We could do something like spoke, or ooh. Oh, if we really used a lot of tokens, they'll get refreshed right away. So let's use several tokens. We can do snake, and we can do, is snoke a word? We could save the O, but we could do a completely different word if we use 5 tokens and do snake, which would get us the N and the E, which is gonna give us 2 bonus guesses in the middle. It'd give us the K on the left, so we get another bonus guess there. And then we can use 5 tokens to then do epoxy. Unless snoke is a word. Or enoch? Enoch, let's try enoch. Nope. How about Snoke? Hey, Snoke is a word. Okay, so we only need to use 4. So we got 2 more bonus guesses. So that's 10. And we're gonna do the same over here, Snoke, which gets us another bonus guess. So we're up to 11. Oh, we're sitting good. This is the way to do it. Now, we're gonna use the O, but we're gonna use 4 of our tokens, which will take us down to 7. And we're gonna change the SNKE to EPXY to do epoxy. Bonus guess there, so we get another one. I was kind of saving them up, but this is actually, we're gonna end up with quite a few tokens remaining, I think. So this is good. So now we're back. Ooh, now this is interesting. We're in the middle here. Now I've heard different people have different opinions on what we should do here. Should we keep guessing the same word? So in the middle and the right, we're on the first row and column. So we're gonna guess the same word there. Now, should we guess that word over here knowing it's actually in the middle, or should we not guess it until the next guess when we're in the middle? So we're guessing them in the same position. We essentially just don't make a guess on the left grid. It doesn't really matter either way, because at this point, I think we've got them all solved. So it's not too much of an issue, but have we decided for sure this is a V? What else could it be? I think it has to be a V. It's not a Z. Can't be an S. I don't think that's a word anyways. It's not a C. It's not a K. I think it has to be a V. Now, we're kind of taking a risk if we guess the B, R, and V, because we have to get a bonus guess on the right here, because that's the one that's down to 1. We could do the B and the S to be safe. That would probably be the smart thing. I kind of want to do the U to finish off album here. But I can't think of anything that has the B, the S, and a U. Now we could use a token to do something different, obviously. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do be set over here. Actually, I'm gonna start over here. I wanna make sure, I think butte is a word, and so I can just use 2 tokens to change the AU to an SE. So I think that's a word that'll get us the U. Okay, it'll also get us another token, because we get another bonus guess from album. Now we can use 2 of them. We can use 2 tokens to change to be set for over here, which should get us a bonus guess. Okay, good. I'm a little worried about that V down here, but there's no real way to check for it, so we're just gonna have to go for it. I'm more confident in this V, but unfortunately, that's just gonna be a green V, and it won't tell us anything about the V over there. Now, so let's. It doesn't really matter. I'll go ahead and do it. I'll do it that way. I can see, you know, either way working. However you want to do it. Do you get to skip one because you filled it? It doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna go with that one. Butte. Okay. So now we've got to guess the S. Ooh, the S and the V. We can't do both. Well, we can, because we can use the tokens. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do salsa, which finishes off the middle grid. And then I'm gonna use 2 tokens, which will take us down to 6. And change the SA to VO. I don't think VA is a word. I guess I might as well try that. No. Okay, so salvo. So we use 2 tokens, change it to salvo, which would get us a bonus guess on the right there. Keep us alive. That leaves us at 7. Now we're gonna use, I think, all 5 tokens. We're gonna have to change all 5 letters to do ninja. So I think we're gonna go ahead. I might as well have just done that on the last guess instead of wasting a guess. Instead of doing butte, I should have just used 5 tokens and done ninja. Oh well. We're gonna use 5 tokens now, which takes us down to 2. And we'll be able to do ninja, which will finish off that left grid. And since the left and the middle are done, we don't have to guess anything on those, so all we have to do is be brave and go for it and hope that that really is a V and I'm not forgetting something else that could be. I think it has to be brave. We're gonna be brave and go for it. Did we do it? Yes! We succeeded! triple Daily Squardle. 2 of them are free plays. The one on the left is your actual Daily Squardle for today. So, I mean, we had 2 tokens left, but we only had 1, 1, and 0 guesses left. So, I mean, we did it, but it wasn't like super easy to do because we still had 2 tokens, so that helps a lot. But man, there were some weird letters: the Z and the K in 2 places, and the X and the double V, and no O, no I in 2 of the grids. I mean, no T in any of that. Like, that was just a lot of good letters that were missing in this one. Wow. Okay, well, there we go. Triple Squardle. Success. Let me know what you think of this method with the tokens. I thought it was a kind of a cool way to do it. There is a way to, when you load the game, to change it so that you have more bonus guesses to start with, apparently. So that's another option, is just to give yourself more bonus guesses to start. But I kind of like this where you're earning more opportunities to change things. So, and you can avoid kind of having those wasted guesses as much. It would have been better if I actually used my 5 tokens a turn earlier on the left, but I didn't think of it. So anyways, there you go. So let me know how you did with today's Daily Squardle. And yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. And go check out my video on the other channel with the homophones, which we didn't even end up having a homophone, but it came up anyway. So, and be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles. Asking if a word is a homophone or a homograph is like asking if a color is blue or dark. Okay, so that's where the R is. So the C and the H and the Y are no good, so there's gotta be an O. Oh, wondered. Okay, so we can do, ooh, we have peeking. It could be speaking, actually.